All right, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of E&I, the Bourbon Salon. I am here, Kyle Zaruzak, with my co-host popping in.
How you doing? Nicholas Williams.
So this is a new format. We're going to be really honest and open here. We have minimal equipment, and we're still kind of adjusting the settings, so you might see this morph. But the idea of this podcast is essentially an old school salon, and I wanted to give a quick definition that a salon is a gathering of minds where ideas are shared, stories are told, and spirits are poured. Originating in the 17th century, salons were cozy, intellectual spaces where artists, rebels, and people came together not just to talk, but to spark something real. And that's what this podcast is supposed to be. It's supposed to be me and one of my best friends, one drink at a time, inviting you into our homes and to drink with us. So with that said, today's format is just going to be a little bit of a whiskey review. We're going to probably dive into hunting, things like that later down the road. We also want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're passionate about. Nick and I share a lot of passions, whether that's video games, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, wrestling, fighting, a lot of different things that we share, and that's where we're going to have these discussions with you. So I think, without further ado, I say let's just jump right on in, man.
All right. So today, first I wanted to start because Nick hasn't had this before. He came over and I thought I'd pour something before we got into the Penelope tastings just to try. And it's kind of funny because he said this is oaky. So Nick, this is the new Wild Turkey 101 8-year. So the 8-year is the age statement now, where this was released overseas, but any 101 Wild Turkeys were not age stated here in the States. So this is an 8-year aged Wild Turkey 101.
And this is something I just want to point out too. Like this guy right here, he is the pure bourbon expert. Myself, I'm into bourbons like that, whiskeys, but I am a novice when it comes to this man's knowledge right here. So when he poured this,
I tried.
So when he poured this, first thing that I got was just that oak, very oaky. You get that little hint of almost, I wouldn't even say vanilla, almost kind of like a honey.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to it for sure.
Almost like a very slight
Definitely
honey.
a good characteristic on the Wild Turkeys.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. It just threw me off because he knows I am more of I want a bigger sweet finish at the end for me. I've always been more of that kind of guy. But with that being said, this one was pretty good.
I was going to say, with that being said, we've got some great bottles with some amazing finishes. So we'll talk about the Penelope brand. So Penelope was started in 2018 by a guy in New Jersey and one of his lifelong friends. He actually started it as a kind of a tribute to his daughter Penelope that was born, and he wanted to do something special. And they had a shared vision, and they didn't own a distillery, so they kind of took the modern day approach to sourcing bourbon from MGP. MGP is, responsible for a ton of the non-distiller producer bourbons that you see out there, like Smoke Wagon and so on and so forth. There's a ton of people that buy their distillate from MGP. So they did that, focused, interestingly enough, on 4 grains. So it is a 4-grain whiskey. They get some really great juice, and then they do interesting finishes. So the Rio and a couple other ones, the Valencia we have today, the Rio, really became popular in the last year or so. The Rio, this is my bottle. I opened this just recently with some friends.
I just want to point out, he did it without me. I'm very hurt by that.
Yeah, I did. I had some friends come over. We just had our first kid, and we had some friends come over, and I opened this. So this is a honey and Amorano barrel finish in the Penelope Rio. And then what's the Valencia? I've actually never tried the Valencia, so I'm excited to try this one.
I have not tried a Valencia either yet. I figure I'll open it with you, because we're friends. So give me a second. While yours is already open, I got to start, getting mine going. And I'm struggling on camera to open this thing, and I don't appreciate that.
So yeah, Penelope.
We're gonna
I've
edit
really
that out.
enjoyed a lot of the Penelopes that I've tried. The Rio. I haven't tried the Valencia. I picked up the Weeded recently for a well-priced Weeded. It's very good. The toasted finishes have been great. The Architect collection. I don't know.
Oh,
You probably
I've had
had
the
that
Architect.
here.
I've had the Architect, yes.
So
No, we're going to worry about this opening later. That's a tight seal. All these muscles for no reason.
it's very sweet up front.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of cinnamon.
Oh my God. Oh God.
That's nice. That's nice.
Oh.
This bottle is what? This is 49. So it is not quite 100 proof.
Oh my God. The immediate hit of honey. That immediate hit. You, like you said, that cinnamon. You get that honey, that cinnamon. It's that immediate just right in your face, and I love it.
It is good.
I think I just fell in love with that bottle.
Yeah, honestly, I tried this at Longman and Eagle. I hadn't seen one to purchase, and I was there for dinner, and we tried it. We ended up finishing the bottle. They didn't have that much left, but fantastic. And then I was able to source one, and that was nice.
Yeah, you might look up. This one's gonna be missing. I'm just gonna point that out.
I haven't gone back to it too many times since I've opened it, but do really enjoy it.
I mean, honestly, that's the kind of bottle though you don't want to just.
Yeah, they're hard to find, and honestly,
it's a very hard to find bottle.
the secondary market, I don't see the value. I don't see the value of paying $200 for a bottle like this, right?
Understandable. I mean, yeah, this is something that you just don't want to. It's not a daily sipper.
Yeah,
it's not a daily sipper. It is definitely I feel good. I feel good today. I just had a major accomplishment.
Yeah,
let me bust
something special.
Yeah, it's definitely a special pour.
Opened for the birth of my son. I think Elliot and Arun were over.
Okay.
So I think that's why I opened it.
Of course.
What did I open with you? I opened the Russells.
I think you opened the Russells.
So I opened the Russells.
He opened the 15. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me.
I saved the real for later. Russell's 15.
And for anybody who don't know about the Russell's 15, that is a bad boy. That's probably one of those bottles that can compete with King of Kentucky, in my opinion, personally.
King of Kentucky. So I guess that brings us to a segment that we'll regularly host and tell you the bottles that we are searching for right now. And I mean, everybody wants the allocated stuff. This is a tight seal.
I told you.
Everybody obviously wants the allocated stuff. And King of Kentucky is one of those allocated, super allocated.
Let's call it what it is. It is the treasure.
Yeah.
It is
the unicorn of all.
Man, like when I'm telling you, like we are on a hunt, okay? This is something that you're going to follow with us as we continue to do this podcast. You're going to follow us as we are hunting down that King of Kentucky. Actually, I just recently tried to do a giveaway.
Yeah, so Nick entered a raffle that I was too cheap myself to enter. I think it was via Only Drams, which we both use to track our collections. And when is the raffle? Did it happen?
It happened, and of course I got the email that said I was not a winner.
Not a winner. All right, so the Valencia, again, I haven't had this. Little lighter proof. This is 47.5%. And this is finished in Vino di Janeiro cask. I don't think I said that correct. All right. Well, we're going to edit that out. You say it. I don't read well.
So this was finished in Vino de Nan.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I got both of us.
Okay, look here. No one can pronounce that. If you are able to read the bottle, if you can see it and you can pronounce it, please leave a comment. Okay? Talk about us. I don't care.
This is good. It drinks lighter. It's not as
Okay, that was the wrong one.
finish forward. Like I don't get that sweetness right off the bat.
Yeah, that is definitely a more mellow taste.
Very mellow. Very
Super mellow.
easy drinker.
Now this, also, if it wasn't a little more hard to find bottle, 100% be a daily sipper. I I think with it being a little bit harder to get bottled, it kind of makes it harder for you to like want to sip it daily.
Agreed.
But it's just so mellow that it's like, hey, I ain't doing nothing tonight. Let me pour some of this.
It is nice in that sense. You know what's funny about that is you grabbed this bottle. So we were at a raffle.
Which I didn't win anything again.
I didn't win either, but we did get a chance to buy a number of great bottles. So the Garfields by me on Harlem did. It was Memorial Day? No. It was
way early than that.
Was it? There was something.
It was in April.
Yeah.
I want to say it was in
Mother's
April.
Day? I don't know. But no, Mother's Day
no,
not in April either.
No, that's
So anyway, but they did a bourbon raffle, and they put out a bunch of great bottles to buy. The Valencia being one of them. I wasn't thinking, and I thought it was like pick one bottle. So I ended up grabbing the Willet 8-year.
The Willet.
Weeded. I grabbed a couple other things once I realized.
You grabbed the Old Forester 1924, I believe.
Oh, that's what I grabbed. I grabbed the Old Forester 1924 instead of the Valencia, and then later on realized that it was one per each, and I could have grabbed the Valencia as well, but by the time I went back, they were gone. Yeah, so that was a good pickup by you.
I mean, it was a good pickup. I like it. Like I said, it's very mellow. When it comes to the Rio, though,
There's not a lot to it on the finish.
it's not.
It drops off. It drinks a little thin.
It does. And I would 100% say if I had to have one of these bottles, if someone came up to me and just said, hey, you need to pick one bottle or other or someone's going to die, I'm getting the Rio in a heartbeat.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just so much more flavor in that Rio.
Yeah.
Compared to this Valencia.
All right, so I have a surprise that Nick doesn't know we're going to do today on the podcast.
Say what?
And I have another Rio. I'm sorry. I have another Penelope that is hard to find. And this one is Cuban B.
That's why you sent me that text message.
I'm Cuban B.
Yes. Cuban B.
Yes. So I have the Havana. I haven't opened it yet. I've been wanting to.
This he saves for me. Thank you. Thank you.
I did get to try this at Bub City, and I liked it a lot. I don't think it is as good as the Rio, but I did like it quite a bit.
Which one is this finished in? Because I'm not thinking like a rum.
So this is maple syrup and rum.
That's what I thought. Yes.
Rum. So I feel like that's kind of on par to the Rio in terms of that double finish.
Yeah. But you said maple syrup. Now that's very intriguing.
So the maple syrup versus the honey is going to add that sweetness, right? But maybe a little bit more of a darker sugar flavor.
So literally before, or I'm sorry, after we're finishing this podcast, we have a D&D game.
Oh yeah, let's talk about why we're together. That's great.
So we just decided that we're going to do this podcast before we have a D&D game tonight. And I kind of feel that me and Kyle are going to be we're going to be good for that game.
I have to we'll be babysitting too. So.
I mean, but we are known to be the ones who are a little bit on the happier side when it comes to playing that game. Hopefully I don't get us all killed, which I'm in the process of getting us killed right now.
Yeah, so I think that's the idea. We do get together on Sundays with a group of friends to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I think we'll call this our Sunday Sipper episode as we open bottles and try things and give you guys our opinions of these cool things that we're getting to try. Yeah, we got a clear one. I got a bunch of blends.
Yeah, so that's going to be another thing we're going to talk about a lot. Obviously, like we said, this is the first episode. So we're bringing in a little light. We're not going to go too heavy, but we're going to talk so much more geeky stuff.
Well, maybe we should give an overview of our D&D characters for tonight's campaign. This is a campaign a friend of ours is running. We run 2 campaigns. I run one as a DM, and then our friend Spidey. We have a lot of biker gang friends, so Spidey, Day, a lot of weird names that you might come up with. But Spidey is our DM. His name's Chris. He's a lovely man. And
he's a hugger.
This is his campaign. So I am playing, which I think is one of my favorite characters I've gotten a chance to play. I am playing a bard named Eddie Van Greyheart.
Eddie Van Greyheart.
And essentially I am a elf born into nobility who is rebelling against my father's wishes of me becoming an Eldritch Knight. And I, with my passion for music, am a bard with a penchant for both spirits and mischief.
He's drunk most of the time. That's pretty much it.
I get to play a drunken bard in D&D. It's kind of fun.
I am known as Darnoff. I am a half-orc, half-human barbarian. My character's mother died when he was young, but she taught him how to be a warrior and be kind of in tune with the forest and earth and nature. My father was an orc chieftain who kind of went to solitude after my mother died, forcing me to go out into the world and discover, new people, try to find a new family since it felt like my family had fell apart. And, first I actually met Eddie's cousin.
Eddie's it's his cousin. Eddie's on a quest to avenge the death of Ian, his beloved cousin.
Yeah, your first character.
Who died.
Who died a very gruesome death to a golem.
Correct.
A golem, excuse me. A very gruesome death, and I kind of double killed you because we kind of brought him back to life, but it was just like an eyeball. It was really weird. We can't really get into it, but he came back as an eyeball. My character got spooked and slapped his eyeball and crushed it. So we kind of double killed you.
He's not coming back. I think there was some hope that Ian would make his way back, but no.
Yeah,
I think he's dead.
But these are the kind of things we're going to talk about on this podcast, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun doing this with one of my best friends who, let's be honest, did not think we would be best friends at first when I first met him.
It wasn't until I shaved my head.
But he is an acquired taste initially, so ended up becoming one of my best friends, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, we have some great stuff planned. I mean, we're going to take a trip down to Kentucky. We're going to do some distillery tours.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of our hunting videos and hunting the King of Kentucky.
Oh,
but a lot planned.
Don't forget Buckner.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. That's the other bottle I think that we're hunting right now. Is that Buckner 15. I mean, all of the buff turkeys, if you know, you know. But that Buckner 15. So Nick and I had the opportunity to go to Louisville in January of this year.
It was actually New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve.
And yeah, so we went to Evergreen Cox Evergreen. And they had that Buckner's 15 and it was phenomenal. So got to try it there. I've been kind of obsessed with finding it lately. And we'll see. We'll see what we can find.
I need you to really explain to anybody who doesn't know the kind of history of that.
The buff turkeys. So I think it was 2008 or 2009. Campari had bought Wild Turkey and was planning an expansion. And during that time, while they were building the new rick houses and facilities, they contract distilled. So that means they went and hired Buffalo Trace to make their mash bill at Buffalo Trace. Now later, when they went back to sample those barrels, they deemed them not within the Wild Turkey flavor profile, and so now they're selling those to NDPs, and NDP is a non-distiller producer, what we were talking about before, something like Penelope that is sourcing their whiskey and then trying to do something potentially interesting or aging it in their own facilities for more nuances on the barrel. So yeah, so those are out there. Dark Arts has them, New Era has them. The best one that I've tried has been the Buckner 15-year, and would love to see it. It's an expensive bottle. I think it's MSRP at $280.
Which makes a lot of sense because it's just so hard to find.
Yeah, it makes it hopeful, though, that like if you do find it somewhere, like it's sitting there, because now I don't think a lot of people would know what it is exactly to spend that kind of money on a bottle.
I will say, if you are someone...
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And if you're one of those kind of people who just like want to show off and say, hey, I got something that you probably never tried before. Buy that bottle.
Yeah.
Get it. If you have an opportunity, get it. It's worth it. It tastes amazing.
It is great.
It is. I'm regretting that we never got a chance to actually buy it. I mean, it actually ran out.
They did. They were
We
out.
tried to buy it. We tried, and they ran out. So, 100%, I would say try to get it if you can. When we go to Louisville, we're definitely going to try to get that bottle. With that being said as well, we actually never talked about the taste.
Yeah, this was nice. I like this a little bit better than the Valencia.
Definitely better than Valencia.
It has a depth of flavor. I get a lot of like the brown sugar kind of cola notes.
You know what? I'm glad you said cola because I was like, there's something here, and I can't put my finger on it.
Again, an easy drinker.
Easy.
The proof is under 100. I don't know what this
So now, right now...
Oh, actually, this one is under 100, yeah.
Okay. Right now, I'm like just...
The Rio's my favorite.
I'm fighting right now. Fighting with myself to kind of figure out which one I like more because that Rio was amazing. But, you know, I love a good sweet bourbon. And, boy, that Havana is it's fighting with Rio right now. I don't know, man. I'm very indecisive.
I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to say is we do love the Penelope. There hasn't been a Penelope.
I am a big fan of a lot of the Penelope.
Even the Toasted.
I was just about to say, the Toasted is a very, very good bottle. I know, like, my brother, he's not a fan of it, but, like...
And some people are. Some people
not.
think it has a ton of barrel impact on it. And they really kind of get those tannins, but...
Love it.
All right. So I think that brings us to one more segment that I'm kind of surprising Nick with. I'm going to move.
I'm just getting a whole bunch of surprises. What the? Is it my birthday?
Do we have any more Glens? I do. Oh, God, I go through these Glens so quickly, and you would think that as just two drinkers, we have more. But
yeah, we drink. We do drink a lot, too.
So another segment I want to do on this podcast is barrel kill or bottle kill segment. So I've got a lot of things at the bar today that are ready to be drank and finished. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I had some family over. We finished the E.H. Taylor small batch. Nothing special about it. Right? Just a regular E.H. Taylor, but a great drinker, right? So,
love it.
You know, not a store pick, not a barrel proof, nothing like that. Didn't get any content or video out of this, but that was a bottle that we killed yesterday. I've got one I've been wanting to kill. There's not much left, so it's kind of going to be sad. But I've had this sitting there with, like, nothing in it. So this was my first ever Old Forester birthday bourbon. I got this for my 40th birthday. I opened it that night with my friends. We drank a ton of it, and...
I mean, you're going to pour, what, a drop each?
Let's see how this goes.
Funny story about this, though, by the way. So he got this bottle, and he got it for his birthday, like he said. And my friend has a very cool policy. When you come over, if the bottle's open, you're allowed to drink it.
For the most part.
For the most part. So he told me this. So every time I came over his house, like, and he did not notice for a while, I would just go in, I'll pour him some of that birthday bourbon.
Yeah, I saw it getting really low, and then I saw him take a real large pour of it.
That's another reason I'm not pouring right now.
I was like, give me some of that. I made him pour some in another Glen for me. All right, so this was, what year is this? This was 2022. This was an 11-year aged, and it was a 96 proofer. And I love Old Forester in general. We're obviously talking about the King of the Kentucky being the pinnacle of Brown-Forman whiskey. And then, you know, this birthday bourbon being probably the best allocation. So,
cheers.
Kill the bottle.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh, God.
That's
some, right. Old Forester.
That's got some oakiness, but, like, obviously it's not a high proof.
See, that's the thing, though. It's not super oaky. Like, you'll taste it, you'll get the hint of it.
I love it.
And then, bam, at the end of it, you get that vanilla taste.
Nice.
Right at the end, so
this is going in the garbage now. And
Goodbye, my
that
friend.
is our bottle
Goodbye.
kill segment. So, all right. What else? What else do we want to? We got Dungeons and Dragons coming up.
We got
showing up in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got people showing up about 15. I mean,
good opening podcast.
I think it was a good podcast. You know,
open dialogue. We're gonna do live sessions. We're gonna do hunt videos. We're gonna do travel videos. We're gonna do whiskey reviews. We're gonna talk about video games. We're gonna talk about Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're into those type of things, I would say join us. Like, subscribe.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter, E&I Bourbon Salon on Twitter, and please, guys, leave comments. Leave suggestions. Yeah. Please make your voices known. We want to hear from you. That's the point of this. We're trying to have an open discussion with you guys. That's why it's the Bourbon Salon.
Yeah.
All right. Also, anybody who can figure out E&I Bourbon Salon.
I've had a couple people ask me. I mean, come on.
I want someone to figure that one out. Okay, so leave a comment. Okay.
All right. Well, I think with that, we will sign off for our first episode. Maybe a couple short videos out of this, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.